What is good, Neo family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I'm going to be talking about the one and only Neo stock and some very important things involving how Neo is probably going to move in the future. I'm going to do some in-depth technical analysis and talk about where I see it going in the future and why I am very bullish going into next week. I'm also going to talk about the latest pieces of news coming from the Fed that could definitely affect the market and Neo as a whole, and other pieces of news as many analysts out there are saying Neo is going to explode. They believe Neo is going to rise at least 200% for this year, and they're very, very bullish. I'm also going to end the video with what Neo put on their Twitter page that makes me very, very bullish for the future of this company. Now, before I say anything about Neo and why I am still very bullish for the future of this company, I do have to mention some very important things first. First off, I'm not a financial planner. This is all for educational purposes only, so please do not take this as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this, and not only benefits me, benefits the entire Neo community as a whole. And the last things, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link down below in the description. If you do sign up for Moomoo and deposit $100, you're not only going to qualify for up to 5 free stocks, each worth up to $3,500, but you're also going to have the opportunity to win up to $200,000, as Moomoo is giving away $200,000 for the new year. So if you want a chance to win this, guys, please check out the Moomoo link down below, deposit $100 into your account, and you will have that opportunity. With that out of the way, guys, let's get on with the video. So looking at Neo, we have some very interesting things to be discussing. Neo did jump today, just like what I told you guys, and I do see Neo making some more moves in the future. Now, the thing about this, guys, is we do have this gap right here to be filled, and this gap does make some precedent for us to maybe drop either maybe like next week, or we could end up dropping in the future to really fill that gap. Now, it's not guaranteed. It doesn't seem that way, and other technical indicators are actually looking a little bit more bullish going forward. So I want to talk about those in a little bit more detail first. So from the one-day chart, let's look at the VWAP real quick. And as you guys can see, relative to the VWAP, we're actually trading above it to some degree. Now, that's a very good sign because that shows that we have bullish momentum and the bulls are gaining a lot of control for Neo. Now, let me bring up the other very important technical indicators out there because we are actually trading within the realms of these moving averages. So if I look at the MACD2, and let's bring up the 2-hour candles instead, right? Because the 2-hour candles can give us a better outlook. We're still in this downward trend. We're still staying within this channel, and we're kind of at the midline of it as of right now. Now, that's not necessarily the bad point as of right now, but you can see right here, RSI is starting to pick up a little bit compared to where it was about a week or two ago, because a week or two ago, we hit that low point, and that would be like the head of the inverse head and shoulders. That would be like right here. I'm going to show you that in a couple of seconds, but the first thing is, look, RSI is picking up. That's a good sign. The MACD flip with the 9-day moving average showing a very, very good run after that, so it's looking a little bit more bullish right now. Now, the thing is, for me to make that claim, it really depends on the market too, the conditions of the market, and it's very hard for me to make the true prediction about what the market's going to do. But based off technical analysis and based off what I know, it seems a lot more probable, a lot more likely that Neo is going to run to the upside, get rejected at around 26, drop one last time, maybe slowly kind of consolidate before having a big run up to about $28 or $29 a share. Then we may even start to rally up into the 30s relatively soon. Now, I know that sounds like crazy, but you guys can see this inverse head and shoulders that formed right over here. You guys can see, if I zoom in like this, we have the first shoulder, we have the head, and then we have another shoulder that formed. Now, even though it is more likely for us to run to the high 20s to 30s relatively soon, there is still one thing we have to consider, and that is the possibility of dipping before doing that. We could dip one last time before we see a big run because we do have this gap to be filled, but the gap could still be filled in the future, so it doesn't matter too much. But anyways, that's the way I see it, guys. It is more probable for us to have a good run starting next week, and I am a little bit more bullish going into the next week. Now, I also want to talk about the Fed, guys, because look, the Fed does have some shaky forecasts coming out for the future, and that's why I did state that the market is very capricious and in a very capricious state. Now, the market started to rebound after the fact that Amazon had a very good earnings report, but at the end of the day, guys, we're seeing inflation becoming a very, very important issue in the United States, and that alone is causing the Fed to really take some dire action. So when it comes to this issue, guys, when it comes to what the Fed is doing, right now the market's in a kind of a recovery state. We saw the SPY kind of rebound after the Amazon earnings report. There was a lot of good, momentum that formed from that. There was basically green throughout the entire market. I think some cryptos were in the green too, like Bitcoin and even Dogecoin and Ford. I mean, a lot of things were in the green today. So today we had a pretty good day. That doesn't guarantee it's going to continue up until next week, but based off the trend, it does seem a little bit more probable we're going to start rebounding because there aren't as many negative catalysts after this. So going into the future, guys, I'm super, super bullish for the long-term future of Neo. For the short term, I see it a little bit more probable that we're going to see a run tomorrow to the mid to high 20s relatively soon. Now, I also want to talk about this right here. Guys, remember, guys, many big institutions out there, big banks such as Credit Suisse, they basically gave Neo a price target of $83. Once again, saying that they believe it's going to rise over 250% relatively soon. They do believe it's going to happen this year, and they do see a lot of growth coming from their numbers getting better and better and better, the EV sector getting bigger, and they are very, very bullish going into the future. Now, you might think that they're crazy considering the fact that Neo has been in the red for so long. Well, remember, guys, the entire market was red for quite a bit of time, at least over the last many, many weeks. And we also saw Tesla in red for quite a bit of time, too. Remember, NIO is a very manipulated stock. There's a lot of short interest on it, but they are announcing new cars like the ET5 that's coming out, which I think is going to be very bullish considering that they are expanding to many European countries this year. That's going to be very awesome, guys. So give them the time they need because it's not just Credit Suisse that's saying that. If we exit that right there, you guys can see many other analysts out there saying NIO is going to rise over 200% relatively soon. In my opinion, guys, very, very awesome, guys. Very, very awesome. So I can't wait for what the future holds. We could see some very, very big moves starting relatively soon, especially because of news like this. Remember, guys, Neo has an artificial intelligence companion. Imagine you sit in your car and there's a little robot that says, "Hi, how are you doing?" And you could talk to it and it helps you out. It's like Siri, except it's not like Siri. It has a little bit more life to it, right? This is known as Nami. It's inside of all Neo's cars, and it's going to be very, very awesome, guys. They're the world's first in-car AI system that has been integrated, and I just think it's very awesome. I can't wait for what the future holds, and I really, really love Neo as a company because of this, because I just think it really improves their customer service. It really incentivizes more people to get a Neo, and the big thing about it is you could do a lot of fun things with it. You could tell Nami to play certain songs. You could tell Nami to take a selfie. It'll do it for you. So the point I'm trying to make is it's a very cool thing that they have, and I do see this as the future of AIs and cars. I think they're going to be integrated together in the future, and Neo is one of the first ones to do this, guys. It's going to be very awesome for the future. So that's the way I see Neo. I think they're a very advanced company, and their AI technology, at least for the autonomous driving part, it's going to be even more innovative as they start to enter Silicon Valley relatively soon, so that they can start developing this technology. So very, very bullish news for the future, guys. Their customer service is getting better. Their deliveries, their numbers, their battery swaps technology is getting better and better and better over time. So that just makes me very bullish for the future. For the near term, like I said before, we are forming this inverse head and shoulders that's right here. You guys can see it right here. This is the head. The head is right here. The two shoulders are here and here. And this in turn looks very bullish actually going into the next week. So I could be wrong, guys. It is dependent on the overall market because the market could really be very unpredictable and cause us to surprise us at any given moment. But as of right now, based off this data and based off what I'm seeing, I am anticipating a good run going into next week. So that's what I have for this one. It is more likely, in my opinion, we're going to run, and I can't wait for what the future holds, regardless of what happens in the short term. I'm very bullish, and I can't wait for what's going to come. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Please enjoy the weekend. Have a great time, and I'll see you in the next one. Neo to the moon, and peace out.